We are seeing high growth, a revival of growth and high growth in food packaging, particularly types of food packaging. There are some areas which are down, like institutional sales and on the go sales, impulse buying, that is down. But retail sales of packaged foods, that's up. And there are commodities, staples, grocery items, all this I think is doing well, is up, and almost back to normal, almost back to normal. And so far as these are all food processing items, and if you are talking about perishables, perishables is a different exercise altogether. There are some products which require cold chain movement. Now, that has been restored. There were disruptions in the first couple of months, but that has been restored. So that is all right, the cold chain movement. But there are products which there are huge wastages at farm level, at the rural level, village level. Now, we have innovated, we have worked on this, and we have product which will increase the shelf life by good 7 to 10 days, which is enough for exports because these are all exported by air, which is enough for it to reach, for the goods to reach mandis, big mandis, or for it to reach, urban or semi-urban centers. So, but that is, I would say, pretty early in its life cycle in our country, because that is called modified atmosphere packaging, MAP. For each product, there is a different respiration rate, and the packaging is designed accordingly. It's going to take time. It's not something which will happen overnight, but I do see, and we saw that, and that is why we went for that product. In 5 years' time, there will be great proliferation of this system of packaging to bring down the wastage and to give better returns to the farmer. I do see that happening, and we are working very hard to make it happen. And yes, there should be, I would reckon that we should have a good 10, 12% growth um, in demand for our packaging. We are a plastics processing company. So most of our demand, most of our production is related to the use of polyester, polypropylene, polyethylene, etc. But we are not worried about that because we have taken formidable actions in each of these areas. Firstly, what do we do? What is our business? We produce multi-layer packaging. We also do single layer, we also do two layers, but our principal job is to produce multi-layer packaging. And entire, I know where you're coming from. So multi-layer packaging is totally recyclable. And it is interesting that you raise this question, that I can tell you that we have, as a company, perhaps the only flexible packaging company in the country who has put up major facilities for recycling, not only of post-industrial waste, but also post-consumer waste. Our plant in Noida, we are getting post-industrial waste. People have, you know, we are not collecting. We can't collect that, but it is brought to our factory. We have fully automated processes to recycle and reuse. I don't think it's seeing a rebirth of the plastics industry. I think it's a acknowledgement that plastics is useful, that plastics is not a bad word, and but that doesn't take away from the fact that we need to focus on waste management, be responsible citizens, focus on waste management, focus on sustainability, and the problem of waste doesn't go away. It's how we handle that. And that is everybody's job, and certainly we believe it is our job, and we are doing that. Firstly, we are an Indian multinational company. Apart from India, which is our home and where it all started, we are operating in 5 countries around the world right now. We have been doing that for some time. That's Mexico, USA, Poland, Egypt, and Dubai. And there are 3 more which should be in operation very shortly, and that is Nigeria, Hungary, and Russia. So 8 countries. So our employees and our talent pool covers, you know, many countries, many different, there are Americans, there are Poles, etc. And we are not restricted to, yes, of course, the largest number are Indians. Most of our research and development is done within our plants, our R&D centers, and we have, you know, well-educated, well-experienced, well-researched people carrying these out.